What up, survivalists? Jason here. Today I'm going to do a review on the Lifeline survival can. Now, I don't normally buy pre-made survival kits because I expect the pre-made survival kits to be pretty cheap. But some of these things seems pretty decent, like the button compass, which I need one, of course. Let's go right in. Now the can seems to be made out of aluminum. Same thing as the Altoid survival kit, Altoid's tins, which is my Altoid survival kit, which you can see on my channel. And doesn't have that good of a seal. It still pushes up from all the items inside, but it is water resistant, it says. First in here, got a tea light candle. This is made in China, of course, because most of these things are pretty cheap. Next, got some waterproof safety matches by Lifeline. These seem pretty cheap, of course, but look at that. I'll test these later, and some water to test that they're really waterproof. Next, looks like some whistle. It's bright red with a yellow lanyard. Let's test this out. Prepare your ears, earbud users. That's pretty loud. That'll get someone's attention. Next, looks like it got a bag. Don't know how big the bag is. Doesn't say. Let's check. Got an extra rubber band if you need it. Oh, seems pretty big. Definitely can get all the gear into this, and definitely carry a lot of water in it. And doesn't seem that cheap. Actually seems like a good bag. Okay, what's next? Got 36 inches of duct tape, which is basically 3 feet. Seems like that cheap duct tape. I can buy better. And got maybe some basic nylon string. Seems pretty good, but I'd rather have a paracord. And let's see, next, got some snare wire. Don't know what gauge it is, probably just a small gauge, but good for snares and stuff like that. Next, got a button compass pointing north. Let's check with this other one. Yep, pointing north. That's reliable. Next, looks like I got some fishing line. This is 50 inches, a little bit more than 4 feet. Then 4 sinkers, 4 hooks. These are pretty small hooks. Let's take this out and look at them. These hooks, mainly just for bluegill. That one's stuck on him. Stuck inside the eyelet. Have to work with that later. Got some split shot lead weights. Seems pretty decent, but 4 feet is not good enough length of fishing line. It's like it could help, but you have to lean into the creek bed or whatever. Next, looks like got a survival guide. Let's read some of it. This is preparation before going out, because why is saying preparation before when you'll most likely have it when you're out in the wilderness. Talks about food, trapping, fire, water, the basics of survival. Then first aid. It's like this whole backside is first aid. Seems like a decent guide if you're a beginner. I'll probably know most of the stuff on this. Next, seems like pretty good aluminum foil, but most likely you would want the heavy duty. This just may be the heavy duty. Seems heavy enough. Looks like a random piece of paper. Yeah, choking hazard paper. You just use it for fire kit making. And I got right here scalpel, which is the basic knife. I'll rather have just a plain old knife, or just, I know it won't fit in the kit, but just have this on me all the time. But that's better than nothing. That's probably only good for probably prepping game, cleaning it, stuff like that. Maybe cutting rope, but won't help with cutting kindling in it. Next, got 3 safety pins, and these could be help close up wounds, close up like tears in your clothes, the basic stuff. And if you needed to, use it as a fish hook. And these are like the medium sized, I think, yeah. But since there's already fish hooks in it, you don't need to. Now we got some, let's see, it's a bandage. Let's see, oh, it's one of those to close up a big gash, but you most likely would want to have a regular band-aid, because you most likely just had small scratches. See, these are the wound closures, but I'd much rather have the other ones. That seems to be it, other than a can, which you can most likely boil in, and store the water in the bag. Seems like a decent kit. I'll probably take out some of the stuff in here and add it to other kits. And seems like a pretty good price, $8 for the kit. I get the whistle's pretty good. The aluminum foil, tea light. Well, let's test some of this stuff. Like the waterproof matches. Let's test if it's actually waterproof. I'll put probably like 3 in there. Test if they're really waterproof. Let's shake it off. Yep. See how long it takes. Seems like a pretty good match. Still lights, even though it's right in water. Let's test another one. This is still wet. Yep. Yeah, it's still sizzling. It seems to be lasting longer right after being submerged into water, but it's like really low flame. Oh, just went out. Doesn't seem like a good match. Let's test this last one. 3 times charm. Yep, still doing it. This one seems to be lasting longer, but right as it gets to about a quarter of the thing, it just goes right out. Seems like a good match for a while, but since it does like that, let's test one without any water on it. See if it lasts any. Oh, that was a bad match. That's the thing about cheap stuff. It breaks really easy. But sometimes if you want to do a good match strike, hold it like that. Holy shit. That just popped. Wonder how that happened. That was weird. Well, let's just test this one. Holy cow. Yeah, doesn't seem like to be working right now. But look at that one. That just popped. Holy cow. That was weird. Probably have to be worried about that if all of a sudden, if you're near kindling or something like that, something inflammable, you need to watch out. Well, let's look at the other stuff besides the matches. Holy cow. The button seems pretty good. Point south. Doesn't have any bubbles in it yet. Oh yeah, it says made in China. But yeah, points north. Simple. And with the knife, probably won't be the best knife ever, but better than nothing. The snare wire would be pretty good using, but since it's a small gauge, and there's about, let's see, 8 feet of snare wire, that would be about maybe, use like a foot per snare, so that's 8 snares most likely, but probably won't be good snares. So there is that. Seems to be everything. What I would take out, or what I put in, probably have some better matches. Most likely the Colgan's waterproof matches. These are pretty good. Much better safety. It says safety matches anyways. And then I'll probably replace this with the paracord. Probably a little bit more fishing line. Or maybe even better whistle. A Fox 40 whistle or something like that. This one's like just one of those play whistles you may get at like a party or something. The only thing really worthy in there is probably the aluminum foil. Seems pretty heavy. Pretty good. The duct tape's pretty good. And the compass. That seems to be it. I hope you liked this. Leave a like if you did. I'm Jason. Catch you in the next one.